Good afternoon, Belvedere North High School. I would like to thank everyone in advance for taking the time to view and listen to this presentation. I hope that it will answer some of the questions people have been asking and also makes our remote learning plan more clear. It is important for everyone to remember that school is still in session. We may not be in the building at this time, but we are all learning and working together in different ways during this difficult time. It is important to remember that students are still going to be engaged in high level of learning activities. Please know that nobody wants to be learning remotely. Every morning our staff meets together for a virtual meeting, and everybody misses having our school full of 1,500 students and 130 adults. We look forward to seeing everybody again when it is safe to be back together. Please remember, remote learning is new to all of us, and that we all must have the attitude that we are all in this together. All of the assignments, activities, and learning plans are posted in one area of the District 100 website. You can use the information on this slide to help you access this website. If you have issues with the website, please contact Mrs. Boonthong, our Dean of Students. She will be able to help you. Her contact information is indicated at the end of this presentation. One thing we have learned from your feedback and from research is that it is challenging for students and teachers to prepare for 7 different classes every day. So we have created this schedule for students to follow. Students will only need to concentrate on 2 classes each day. Parents and students should refer to the teacher's plans for further details about sessions that they may host. Because next week is a 4-day week, today, April 3rd, is an A day, and Monday, April 6th, will be a B day. On Monday, students will have their first class between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. and their second period class between 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. This does not mean that a teacher will be teaching during that entire time. Actually, there will not be any more than 20 minutes of teacher-guided instruction. Here is the streaming schedule for the entire month of April. This will allow you to know which classes are streaming each day. We will not need to participate in streaming sessions during a period that you have study hall. So if a student has study hall during 3rd period, they do not need to be in a streaming session for that. Just like in a traditional class, not all teachers do the same things, and all teachers use different methods of instruction and assessment. This is the same in remote learning. Students can plan to have 20 minutes of mini lesson and then receive their assignment, project, or activity to work on for the rest of the week. The work that is assigned in every class should not last longer than 150 minutes for the week, and this includes the mini lesson. So again, students should plan to have approximately 150 minutes of work a week for each class. If students are not able to participate during the assigned times, that's not a problem. All the activities and learning will be recorded, and students will be able to access that later. Students are able to contact their teachers through email or other means, which include Canvas, GoGuardian, etc., with questions about an assignment or course content. And that doesn't only have to be in that streaming time period. It can be any time. But please understand that your teachers still have approximately 150 students, so it may take them up to 24 hours to respond to your emails. If students are not engaging in learning, School administrators, school counselors, school social workers, and school psychologists will work with students and contact families to help identify ways that we as a school can support re-engagement. If the above interventions are not successful, a student risks earning an incomplete for the semester and will not earn course credit until they complete the necessary work. It is important for students to continue working hard during this remote learning time. One of the problems that a student could run into if they receive an incomplete is their athletic eligibility could be in jeopardy for the fall of 2020. The IHSA requires that any student participating in an IHSA sport or activity must have passed a minimum of 5 courses the previous semester. Belvedere North students wanting to participate in an IHSA sport or activity during the fall semester of 2020, and that includes the fall and winter seasons, needs to have passed a minimum of 5 courses the spring semester of 2020. If a student does not pass 5 courses this spring semester, any incomplete grades must be improved to a passing grade prior to the 2020-2021 school year, starting in order to participate in an IHSA fall or winter sport or activity. So, for example, a student only passes 4 courses this spring semester and has 2 incompletes. That student needs to improve at least one of those incomplete grades to passing prior to the 2020-2021 school year in order to be eligible to participate in an IHSA sport or activity in the coming fall semester. Students and parents who have questions about athletic or activity eligibility should contact our athletic director, Mr. Flynn. His contact information is at the end of this presentation. What should students do who do not have reliable internet access? Families should have received a mailer this week that identifies school parking lot Wi-Fi spots as well as free community hotspots that people can access to download learning materials. This is students' limited access to the internet is also one of the reasons that we moved from posting lessons every day to posting weekly lessons. This allows families an easier time to access the information. It is important to remember that live stream support sessions are optional and that students do not need to access the learning materials at the time of the streaming sessions. They're able to do that on times that are convenient to them. For more information, people can access the District 100 website and the Belvedere North Learning Plan page, and that will give some more information about students without reliable internet access. Another question that we've received is, will students receive a report card? And the answer is yes. Students will receive their report card at the end of the semester, as they always have. This year, the grades that will be available to students on the report cards are A, B, C, D, or incomplete. If a student receives an incomplete, they will not be able to earn course credit until that incomplete is resolved. And we will definitely share more information about incompletes as we move forward during this semester. But it's important for students to be engaged on a regular basis. Another question that we've received is, when is the last day of school for students? The school calendar is unchanged. The last day of school for seniors is Tuesday, May 12th. The last day of school for all other students is Friday, May 22nd. We've received some phone calls and emails about when can students pick up essential learning materials. That's a complicated answer. First of all, that time is available between Wednesdays, every Wednesday from 7 in the morning until 6 at night. However, what is defined as essential learning materials is pretty clear. It is materials that students need to be successful in their classes. And it's also a time for people without reliable internet access to print off materials from the Belvedere North High School website. It is important for students to know that these days are not a time to pick up items from lockers, take care of their Chromebooks, things like that. Students will have a time to pick up non-essential items from their locker after the stay-at-home order is relaxed by the governor. Another question we've had is, when will juniors be taking the SAT? The state has told us that they are going to have an opportunity for the class of 2021 to take the SAT at the beginning of next year. So students who are current juniors will be taking the SAT at the beginning of next school year. There has also been changes for advanced placement exams. Students who are registered for an advanced placement exam will be receiving more information in the coming days. So please take a look at this slide, but also know that you will receive more information in the coming days sent to you from Belvedere North High School. We've started to receive a lot of questions about prom, and I am sorry and disappointed to tell people that we have to cancel prom because the state stay-at-home order and social distancing guidelines just don't make it possible for prom to happen. That would be us putting everybody in health jeopardy. And we do not know how long these orders and guidelines are going to be in place. So unfortunately, we are not able to reschedule an event this large. I apologize to let people know that. Unfortunately, we are going to have to cancel the 2020 prom. We've also gotten a few questions about what do students need to do if they either need to get a loaner Chromebook or they need to get their Chromebook repaired. If a student needs to do that, they should contact the District 100 help desk, and that phone number is on this slide. It is 815-547-4195, or email help@district100.com. And once students or parents do that, they will receive information on what the next steps would be. Here is some contact information. People who have any questions about remote learning, please contact me, Mr. Ekman. If students have issues with the learning activities page, please contact Mrs. Boonthong. Questions about special education should contact Mrs. Scott. Questions about athletics and activities should contact Mr. Flynn. And questions about advanced placement testing, people should contact Mr. Fry. And students who are struggling in a class or classes, the first step is to make a contact with your teacher, just like you would in a normal school situation. And I have listed on here the contact information for school counselors. So anyone who needs to contact your school counselor, the best way to do that would be through email. As I close, it makes me sad that my communication to you is sent this way, but to ensure the health and safety of everybody, we just can't be together at this time. I ask you to continue being safe, make good and healthy choices and decisions, wash your hands, reach out to your teachers when you need help, and please continue to social distance so that you can keep yourself and the people that you care about and love safe. Thank you for listening, and thank you for being a very important part of Belvedere North High School. Take care.